Somebody starts a sentence with, you know, I met a guy yesterday, he was just like Randy Clark. Because that never happened. Randy was born much before me, same class, but he was December 13th, 1953. Come on, so Jim and Fanny were his parents. Sister Lisa's here, and he lost his sister, Sister Cindy's here, and he lost his sister Lisa quite a few years ago. He went to Silas Willard, which remains the best grade school this town ever had. With the Lombard, but he advanced from there somehow and ended up at high school. He graduated in 1972.
I've never seen it.
Had a couple of brief tours of duty at Indian Hills Community College in beautiful Centerville, which is so bad that he came to Drake on regular weekends, didn't he, sweet? Come and visit us. And then
I think there was other reasons too.
Down at ISU for a while and at Bradley. Some of you may know that Randy and Greg, Jamie and Vicki were out at our house in Des Moines last weekend, which was good because with my son now owning a brewery, it's a good spike in business. Greg doesn't even drink. But
Wait a minute, a lot
we
of money
bored the
20
girls
years
to
ago.
tears at one point, and then one by one they'd sneak away and they went upstairs, so we had a lot of issues to settle down in the family room. Hog looks at me at one point, he says, "Do you remember the bus trip back from the Quincy game?"
Oh, geez.
I said, well, yeah, I did, because I've told that story a few times. It seems that there were some individuals that were involved in some hijinks, I was told, and
Not me.
several of us were subpoenaed to come into Mr. Porter's room, who was, I don't know, the sponsor for Pep Club or something. Mr. Porter got pretty frustrated, and after a few times around the room trying to extract confessions, he finally looked at Randy. He said, "Randy Clark, look me in the eye and tell me there was no drinking on that bus." Hog, of course, is indignant. He straightens his shoulders, he sets his jaw, he says, "Mr. Porter, there was not that much drinking on that was the last Pep Club bus of the year.
That was great. We ruined it for everybody.
A couple years later, a bunch of us decided we were ready for the Windy City, and we headed up to Chicago. Mai Tais at Don the Beachcomber, racetrack out at Hawthorne, and we ended up at the Playboy Club. So, Hog, being the athlete he was, wanted to exhibit his skills, and he got on a bumper pool table playing with one of the bunnies. And I don't remember the amount. It was probably like $5, which to us was pretty big at that time. Hog plays a game, he gets beat. Money to the bunny. Got to get even. Plays a second time, gets beat. Money to the bunny. Third time, Hog wins. Palms out. She says, "Oh, honey, you don't understand. I get paid whether you win or lose." And that's exactly how Hog reacted. I mean, he could laugh at himself better than any of us. He could make fun of us, but he made more fun of himself.
Yes, he did.
You know, we've all got a lot of those stories.
Yes.
We've got a lot of those stories, but one of the things that I admired about Randy, he wasn't just a clown. He came into the room and he lifted your spirits. You felt better when he walked out of the room because of something silly he said, something that was commented about, and many times, like I said, it involves some self-deprecating story of some kind. He's, you know, we're all hurting this week. It was a hell of a shock, but we just felt really blessed that last weekend we got to spend the time with him. Because in all honesty, those stories didn't change from the time we met in first grade. It was all just stupid stuff. And Jamie, I think, made the comment to me this week, you know, he'd feel like he was 16. And I said, well, I do too. And then I go in front of the damn mirror and everything gets ruined. You know, but he never really stopped being that little kid. When he was in his prime and he was in great condition, he still had those fat, chubby cheeks, and he had the same smile in all kinds of situations. And a lot of you saw the pictures we traded around all week, and that was a lot of fun. Cindy, Randy's sister, helped me out tremendously this weekend because, you know, trying to put these things together on the fly is not that easy. She made a comment to me. She said, you know, our family was really never very religious. But then in the very next breath, she said, Randy used to talk to his mom, to his dad, and to his sister every day. And he said the Our Father every day. Our Father that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I know some of you have never heard that, but and certainly not here. He never stopped in the fact that I never met these two guys till about 3 hours ago, but I felt like I've known them their entire lives because Randy was tremendously proud of whatever you guys did. I'm sure he was smart enough not to tell me about the stupid stuff that you did, but I can guarantee you, you couldn't have topped him in the stupid category. He had that.
Nobody here could.
I don't know what your religion is or if you have any, but I like to think that a guy that honors his God, honors his mother, honors his father, his sister, and does the best he can to raise boys, that's not too bad. That's not too bad, and I think he qualified.
Great friend.
Jamie, I'm sorry for what you're going through, but I do want you to know how thrilled those of us that have just recently met you had a chance to meet you. And we're thrilled that Randy had you in his life. And, you know, we can't, we're all fumbling around looking for the right thing to say, but I will say this. When I lost my brother, when I lost my parents, Randy was always one of the first to reach out. And he always said the right thing. It was usually something pretty stupid and lame, but it was the right thing. It put a smile on my face. I hope we can do that for all of you guys, for the family, whoever it might be. I consider lucky to have known Randy virtually my entire life. I wanted to turn it over to Brad for just a moment.
So first off, I want to say thank you to everybody who came. Bear with me. I'm going to try and get through it all. I thought this would be a lot easier. I really didn't think